So throw your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again, 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 again. Me and my whole crew, we live with no rules. Let's get this started again, again. So if you feel like me too, there's only one thing to do. Let's go. Pay down, call the taxi cab. Got a case in the fridge and a bottle at the crib. Let's all get twisted, double fisting, drink up, no resisting. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again.
What's up everyone, it's your boy NSRacing42 AKA Nathan Stapleton, and welcome everyone to season number 2 of the NIRA Red Bull Cup Series, and we are here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for this first race of the playoffs for season number 2 of the Red Bull Cup Series. Last time out it was Zachary Delillo that got the W and clinched his spot into the playoffs. 16 drivers have a shot at the championship now, but after Indy, Michigan, and Rockingham, it will go down to 12, and it's going to be a wild couple of races, and it's going to be a wild couple of months. So, yeah, I'm in Indianapolis. It's a unique track, a famed historic track, and it's going to be a wild one here today at What's up everyone, it's your boy NSRacing42 AKA Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to season number 2 of the Red Bull Cup Series, and we are here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for race number 17 of the season and chase race number 1. Last time out it was Zachary Delillo getting a win at Auto Club and locked himself into the playoffs in the very last race. So it's going to be a 32 lap race here today at Brickyard, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a little bit hard to pass, but it's going to be a driver's race, that's for sure. It's going to be nothing like Auto Club. It's going to be a driver's track and a driver's race here today. Here is the playoff standings going into race 1. Each race with this Ford 400. Bobby Frazier has the number 1 seed. He was the regular season champion, and he has 2,015 points. And then in second is a 3-way tie with the 3 drivers that had 2 wins this season. Marjaway, Christian Russell, and Aki Oven are all 5 points back. And then drivers with 1 win, Moore, Angel O'Bara, William Blatt, Travis Manton, Zachary Delillo, Josh South, Diego Lopez, and RJ Bishop. They all have 2,005 points, and they are 10 points back. And then the only 4 drivers that made it into, well, the only other 4 drivers that did not make it in, that made it into the chase FIFA on points, 5 total. Well, James Ellison, Ryan Kendall, Nathan Faden, and Ben Crouch, and they are all 15 points back. This is basically a clean slate for these drivers, so they want to start out Indianapolis on a high note and try to set themselves up for these next 2 races. Now, obviously, if a chaser wins, then they are automatically locked into the round of 12. So it's going to be an interesting one here today at Brickyard, and it's going to be a wild one, that's for sure. With that being said, let's go down track side for the command for the Discord 400 in the Red Bull Cup Series. Race number 17 and the playoffs is here.
Drivers, start your engines!
Here we go. The 40 cars have been fired here at the Brickyard, and we are set to go racing for 32 laps around the famous Brickyard. Everyone's going to get rolling off, and that is the good thing. The playoffs begin here at the Brickyard at my home track. And it's going to be a wild one. You don't want to go through wide periods here at the Brickyard, or it's not going to end well for somebody. Or it might just be where it does not end for a lot of people. I'm sorry, I can't speak. Anyway, the top 10, Noah Clifton, Diego Lopez, Chris Salvet, Christian Russell, Angel Oliveira, James Ellison, Matthew Alford, Trey Wright, and right out of the top 10 is Eli Bright and Krishan Richardson. There's a lot of playoff drivers starting up front, but there's also a lot of playoff drivers starting in the back, like Quinton Moore, Bobby Frazier, Nathan Faden, RJ Bishop, Ryan Kendall, Josh South, Roger Way. And then there's also some drivers that are just starting midway through the field, but for the most part it's either chasers up front or chasers in the back. Here we go. Pace car dives off onto pit road. Noah Clifton and Diego Lopez. Starting here at Indy 16 drivers have a shot, but after Indy, and after walking them, 4 will have no more. And we are racing for the Discord for at the Brickyard. And Noah Clifton will leave at number 1 here at the Brickyard, and I don't know what happened to the 2 of Christian Russell, but he lost about 15 or 18 spots. So I don't know if he has a cylinder down or what, but he is off the pace big time. Chase is always having problems here on lap number 1. And that is Christian Russell, one of the favorites going into this playoffs in season number 2. Right now it's all Noah Clifton, and because of that, we are always spread out. This is what we would see about 8 to 10 laps in, not already on lap 2. Yeah, Christian Russell, he was 21st with the previous lap, now he's 29th, and we are 3 wide. So, Christian Russell, either he lost the gear, and there they go! They save it. No, they don't! RJ Bishop, big hit, flying into the air. Ambrose here came back up the racetrack. Zachary DeLetto and RJ Bishop, 2 chasers are involved. And meanwhile, it was a chaser getting past Noah Clifton, and Angel Affair wins the race back to the line. And we are crashing once again. William Block is involved. And we are crashing again. Watch away. Get spun out. What the heck? Chaos to start the first chase race. And watch away. Get spun out. William Block is involved in the crash. And RJ Bishop flips and he's out. And then Zachary DeLillo, he was involved in that crash. And then he just bumped into the back end of Christian Russell a little bit, who also had a problem with, like, under the hood or something. I don't know what kind of stunt that was, but 4 of 5 chases already the problems, and we're only on that 4, you know, in the Discord 400. William Block, he has been on a tear recently. He has heavy damage. Watch away, he's been so strong recently. He got spun out, so he should be fine. But RJ Bishop is gonna be done. That's for sure. Russell and DeLillo are both coming down onto pit road. Hopefully they can fix whatever is happening to that number 2 machine. Cause he was just slow right out of the get-go on the start of the race. So I don't know if it is the cylinder down or if he blew a gear or what, but he was still slow. So I don't know. But a wild start to the first race of the chase for Season 2 of the Red Bull Cup Series. With that being said, let's see what happened that brought the first caution of the day here in the 2019 Red Bull Cup Series and for race number 1 of the playoffs. Okay, so this is what happened. They were going 3 wide, and 3 wide just does not look at Indianapolis. I said it right before the race started. They made it through turn 1 A-OK until they exited turn 1. Ben Crouch got up high into Mark Davidson and then into Patrick Smith. Patrick Smith hit the outside wall into Zachary DeLillo. Zachary DeLillo came down into Adam Garcia. And then Patrick Smith into the 7, and then the 7 into the 42. And then Adam Garcia hit the inside wall, and then just came back up the track right into RJ Bishop, and they just slid and BAM! A huge hit to RJ Bishop, flying through the air. Once, maybe twice. Yeah, 2 times here at the Brickyard. A wild way to start the playoffs. Not the way that RJ Bishop and Zachary DeLillo wanted to start the chase. Now they are in a hole already in race 1 and going into Michigan next week, or next race. Following along with the 20th, Adam Garcia. And then this was coming to the yellow flag. They were 3 wide back here with Colton Young, Tyler Fink, and Andy Miller. And Andy Miller just clipped 72 of Tyler Fink. And into the inside wall they went. Not only a big hit, but up the track they went. And guess who had nowhere to go? William Block in the number 88. Big hit into the outside wall and then a big hit to the side. Tough break for William Block, who that's not the way that he wanted to start the playoffs here in the Red Bull Cup Series. Following along with the 88 of William Block. And then this is what happened to Wassup. He avoided the crash, and he was slowing down. And then I don't know what happened, but William Block just misjudged it and made contact with Wassup. So I don't know what that was all about, but surely that's not on purpose. But 5 chasers already having problems. Wassup, William Block, Andre Bishop, Zachary Toledo, and Christian Vargas. I knew this playoffs was going to be wild, but I didn't know it would be wild in the first 5 laps of the entire chase. With that being said, it ended up being the number 18 of Angel O'Vera winning the race back to the line. And let's go back green here at the Brickyard for the Discord 400 in the Red Bull Cup Series. Welcome back here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for chase race number 1 and season number 2 of the Red Bull Cup Series. To close that out are Madison Tall, RJ Bishop, and Lieutenant Patrick Smith. So RJ Bishop is going to finish last out of all 16 chases, and he's only going to get 2 points out of it. So going into these next 2 races, he might be a must-win situation for him in that number 41. Here we go, going back green. On lap number 8, Angel O'Vera, Matthew Hartford, Chris Salvet, Noah Clifton, and Eli Bright. Top 5 back green here at Indianapolis. The 2 Joe Gibbs teammates, the only 2 Joe Gibbs drivers to make it into the chase, Angel O'Vera and Matthew Hartford, trying to work together here to form a little bit of a gap on the rest of the field, but that's not going to work out. Single file through about 23rd or so. Top 20 single file, never mind. Hartford going to try to take the race lead away from his teammate Angel O'Vera, but O'Vera got a good one on the high side in turn 3. I've never seen that before. Clifton trying to take third away from Chris Salvet in that number 51. And that's the crazy thing. Just like in real life NASCAR. You have the 16 chasers, but you also have everyone else. You still have all 40 drivers trying to get wins. And that's what makes it so treacherous. And speaking of treacherous, that's 3 wide at Indy. Your Perez is in the middle of it. Luke Ray, Colton Yo, and your Perez. 3 wide here at Indy does not work. We've always seen that once before. And they're going to settle it back down. Meanwhile, it's still the top 2 of Joe Gibbs Racing. And they are actually starting to put that plan into permission. Because now they have a little bit of a gap on 3rd place, which is now Eli Bright. He's had a terrible season this season, and at number 3. So a great run for him, finally, in that number 3 for RCR. Noah Clifton in the 00, trying to take 3rd away from Eli Bright. One of the top 2 are chasers, but you have to go all the way to Ryan Kendall, who I believe is in 11th or 12th, to get to the next chaser. Eli Bright tried picking to the inside of Hartford, and now he's going to try again entering turn number 1. Eli Bright going to take 2nd away from Matthew Hartford. And yeah, the next chaser is in 10th, and that is Ryan Kendall. Ryan Kendall has been on a hot streak too, even though he hasn't won this season. Sorry about that. Right now, the top 5 have a small gap on 6th place of Colton Yo, but I doubt that's gonna stay for long. Noah Clifton trying to do the crossover and get by Eli Blight once again for that 2nd position. But Eli Blight is able to get by, and here comes Chris Salvek now in the 51. No, can't make it stick. Right now, Angel Avila is in a prime situation, because the first chaser where he's at is besides Avila is his teammate Matthew Elfith, who is in 7th. So right now, Angel Avila, if the race ended right now, he would be in a prime position to lock himself into the round of 12. But we are only on lap 12 laps down, 20 laps to go, and we're still going to have at least 1 round of pit stops in this race. Clifton again trying to take 2nd away from Eli Blight. These guys are trying to catch up to Angel Avila, but he's just gone. He's gone in that number 18. And can anyone stop him? Chris Salvek now in number 51 going to get by. A aggressive move from Ryan Kendall, squeezing it in underneath the 11 of Matthew Hartford. Now Noah Clifton trying to close in on the number 18 of Angel Avila. I think these tires are starting to wear out because these guys, they didn't pit under that caution. Most of these guys didn't unless they have damage. Clifton trying to get the draft. I think he has the draft of Angel Avila right now. But was Angel Avila wasting his stuff? Or was he just saving his tires? At the same time gaining on his lead. We just have to wait and see this time by. Noah Clifton closed in by 0.2 of a second last time by. Noah Clifton reeling Angel Avila in. Clifton, he's been getting better and better throughout his rookie season this season. Looking for that win to spoil the chasers here to start the round of 16. Looks like Angel Avila gained on his gap a little bit last time by. Let's see. Not by much, only about 1/10 of a second last time by. Luke Rain is now up to 3rd. And here comes Ryan Kendall. He's starting to make a lot of moves, a lot of ground, and now he's up to 5th. Travis Crampton now is up to 7th now. But a lot of chasers are towards the middle to the back of the field at the moment. Yepez is back here. South is in the middle. Faden's in the middle. Quinton Moore's in the middle. James Ellison is towards the middle. And then towards the back, Ben Crouch, Roger Way. And pit stops here on lap 16. This might end up getting really close. Because if that's the case, will they just saving fuel and that's why it's 16 laps? Or is it really 14? I don't know, but if we don't get another caution in this race, which we might not see another caution after pit stops, then it could become a fuel mileage race here at the Brickyard. Does anyone decide to take a chance and stay out on another lap? Zachary Guerrero will, but he was one of those drivers that always pitted under that caution. So he's going to be able to stay out for maybe a couple more laps. There's Noah Clifton in his pit box right about now. Yep, there is the number 1 pit box. And where is Angel Overa? There is Angel Overa. Will Noah Clifton be able to beat Angel Overa off a pit road? There's Noah Clifton. And there's Angel Overa. It's going to be close here. Noah Clifton's going to have the race lead for now. But these two are won by Luke Ray, and they're going to steamroll their way up to the Noah Clifton. And there they are, the top 3 underway blanket. Angel Overa is going to try to look down low, and he's going to have commitment and help from Ryan Kendall in the number 4. Angel Overa out front here at the Brickyard. Look at Kukulon, he's up to 4th now. Luke Ray in 5th. Keshawn Richardson in 7th. And there's the hometown boy. Born in Cincinnati, Ohio, but he's lived in Indiana his whole life. Will it be something to win a Red Bull Cup Series race here at his home track of Indianapolis, Indiana? Ace Garcia is inside the top 10, and Chris Salvek is in 10th. Travis Crampton is in 11th, Vaden in 12th, Kunta Moore in 13th. James Nelson is about mid-pat. And Delano, for being involved in that crash, he's now inside the top 20. But I don't know how long he will be able to stay there. And caution's out. Oh, watch away. William Blott, Christian Russell, Andrew Miller, Jose Mills. 3 out of the 4 chasers that were already involved in the crash today, now they are involved in the second crash, and they are done. They are done. And that's 4 chasers that are going to finish, that will not finish and get DNFs here today at the Brickyard. Wow. William Blott, Roger Ray, Andrew Miller, Christian Russell. Big crash it looked like. Vargas was spinning all the way down to the inside wall. Wow. When we go back green, it's going to be less than 10 laps to go as well. This changes everything. Luckily it happened after pit stops happened. Thank goodness, but now will anyone decide to pit since they just pitted just a lap or 2 ago? It doesn't look like it. Even the 21 is staying out, so This changes everything here at the Brickyard. Bad day for a lot of the chasers here at the Brickyard to start the chase. And with that being said, let's see what happened that brought out the second caution of the day here in the Season 2 of the Red Bull Cup Series, race number 17, and chase race number 1 in the Discord 400. So this is what happened that brought out the second caution of the day. Remember earlier under caution when Million Block got into Roger Way? Well, they found each other on the racetrack, and Roger Way dove in deep and tried turning Million Block. They kept on Block kept on saving it, and Roger Way kept on trying. But then Roger Way ended up turning, and they went down the racetrack into Jose Mills and almost clipping that Viola, but that was close right there. Big hit into the outside wall for Jose Mills. A amazing job from Bobby Freezer, and an amazing record points from Christian Vargas. Just recently won the Richard Oliver Stapleton tribute race a couple days ago. And now Andrew Miller, he had nowhere to go into the 88. This is a big hit right there. Bam! All four wheels off the ground on the 88. And front tires off the ground on the 48. But then that's not it. The 2. I don't know what he was thinking. He had a clear opening and then just a BAM! Launches the 88 into the 78. Off the ground once again for Million Block. 2 big hits. And then Christian Russell slides to the inside wall and just taps it. Huge hits here in this crash. And 3 chasers that were already having a rough day, that just sealed their days here at the Brickyard. Following along with the 88 of William Block. On board with Christian Vargas and this amazing record points. I know how he did that. He split the gap 3 times between the 21, 78, and the 88. But a overall amazing job from Christian Vargas in the number 24. On board with the 48 of Andrew Miller. And our last on board with the number 2 of Christian Russell. Welcome everyone back to the Brickyard for race number 17 of the season and chase race number 1. Cars that are out from that crash are pretty obvious. Andy Miller, Roger Way, Million Block, and Christian Russell. We will go back green with 8 laps to go. In the top 5 is going to be Ryan Kendall, Angel Avila, Sebastian Kukulon, Noah Clifton, Luke Ray. In the top 10 is Kishon Richardson, Stapleton, Garcia, Salvek, and Nathan Fay in the top 10. 8 laps to go in the Discord 400. This is crunch time now. Only 8 laps to go. And if we get another crash, under 5 to go, the race is over. And if a chaser wins with a red split and a red spoiler, then they are locked into the round of 12. Cycling for positions already 3 wide for a brief second entering turn number 1. Right now the top 3 are gone. And they're wrecking! Caution's out! And it's Noah Clifton. the poster of this race. He was having such a great run going, and he gets wet in turn number 4. Heavy back end damage for the double zero of Noah Clifton. And well, with that coming out as fast as that did, I think we're going to have a 2 or 3 lap shootout. I think we will. I think it's going to be possibly either a 1 lap dash or a green white checkered finish here at the Brickyard. Wow. Well, is anyone going to pit? Because I know that it's very close on fuel. Because they pitted on lap 16. And 16 laps later, it would be lap 32. But with all these caution laps, they have been saving a little bit. So this is going to be an interesting call for the crew chiefs. Do they stay on track or do they pit? Oh no! Your pass just blows up on the caution. And that's the sixth chaser, I should say, today that has had problems. 6 different chasers with problems today. This is outrageous. Drama. Well, yeah. When the playoffs happen, drama happens. And that's exactly what we've got here today at the Brickyard. And before we go back green, let's see what happened to blow out the 3rd caution the other day here at the Brickyard. Only going to watch this once. No Clifton inside the top 5, and Luke Wayne just dumped him going into turn number 4. Luckily no one else hit him when he was down in the middle of the track. But a tough push for Noah Clifton. The poster was up front all the way slow inside the top 5, and he gets dumped by Luke Wayne. Oh my goodness. Well, D.A. Perez blew up on the caution, and now on the pace lap, hometown hero Nathan Stapleton blows up in the 92. He was having a great one going for him. One of the rare times that we've seen him up front was running in 6th place. Now he is going to be done for the day. 2 blow-ups under this caution, and he's going to... I don't even know if he's going to make it onto pit road. I don't think he is. He might, but he's probably going to stop on pit road. But a tough push for Nathan Stapleton in the 92. And it has shut off. It's not even smoking anymore, so. Tough push for Nathan Stapleton blowing up here at Indianapolis. Now, let's go back green here at the Brickyard. Welcome back here at the Brickyard for race number 17 of the season and chase race number 1. It will be a 3-lap shootout here at the Brickyard, and only 2 cars that are out are the 47 and the 92 for blowing up under caution. The 47 blew a piston and the 92 blew a valve. Here we go. 3-lap shootout here at the Brickyard. Who's going to be able to lock themselves into the round of 16? Or will it be a non-chaser getting the W and stealing it? 3 laps to go at the Brickyard. And what a chomp for Ryan Kendall and the number 4 on the number 18 of Amavera. Kendall trying to get, I believe, his first career win on the channel. Amavera trying to get his 2nd win of the season. If a caution happens, it will end the race. But you also don't have to forget, you have Kukulon up here, Kashawn Richardson up here, Luke Ray up here. As well, that can play into a factor. But right now, it's looking awfully strong for Ryan Kendall in the number 4. Coming to 2 laps to go, 5 miles left. In the Discord 400 here at the Brickyard. Here comes Angel Rivera, the dominant car of the day. He can't quite get there, but he is all over the back bumper of Ryan Kendall, what will he do? And the caution is out. That is it. Ryan Kendall's going to get the victory. And looks like it was for Christian Vargas. And Ben Crouch has damage. That's the 7th chaser with problems today. And that's going to end it. Ryan Kendall. That explained why that Angel of Vale was trying to get as much draft as he can on the front stretch to try to do a slingshot move, but he couldn't. And Ryan Kendall is going to do it here at the Brickyard and get his first career win and lock himself into the round of 12. But before we do that, let's see if we'll blow out the 4th and final caution of the race here in the Discord forum at the Brickyard. Only going to look at this once. Christian Vargas and the number 24 just went up the track into the number 37. Ben Crouch turned them, and Jose Mills was also involved. They saved it, so if I was NASCAR, I would have just let them race, but unfortunately the caution was called, and that is going to allow Ryan Kendall and the number 4 Freaky Fresh Jimmy John's Ford to win and lock himself into the round of 12. Let's wrap this up and go to the white flag to make sure it is official for Ryan Kendall. Welcome back here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and apparently while I was simulating it, the 22 of Travis Cranston also blew up. So half of the chasers today have had problems. Half of them. That is insane. But for one chaser, he does not have to worry about Michigan and Rockingham the next 2 races. Ryan Kendall and the number 4 Jimmy John's Ford wins the Discord 400 and punches his ticket into the round of 12. Not the way that we would have wanted to see this race end. But that's just how it goes sometimes here on NR 2003. But Ryan Kendall is happy. He gets the W here at the Brickyard, but Angel Avila very disappointed. He was by far the dominant car of the day, but just was not able to get it done. Not number 18. But he still has 2 races to go to get a win. But if he keeps on that consistency and get 2 more top 5s, he will be set. Still a great points day for Angel Avila. Got a bonus point for leading a lap, got another bonus point for leading the most laps, I'm pretty sure. And comes home in 2nd. So he got as many points as he possibly could without getting the point and without winning the race. So great job for Angel Avila and the number 18. But there can only be one winner, and that winner today is Ryan Kendall in the number 4. And he punches his ticket into the round of 12 of Season 2 of the Red Bull Cup Series playoffs. Avila in 2nd, Mitchison in 3rd, Rainey in 4th, Kuklon in 5th, Salvat in 6th, Garcia in 7th, Faden in 8th, and Quinton Moore in 9th. 4 chasers finished inside the top 10, but then the 8 other chasers had some kind of problems in this race. James Ellison in 11th, Wyatt Walker in 12th, Colton Yo in 13th, Eli Bright in 14th, Carter Friesen in 15th, Josh South in 16th, John Andrews in 17th, Larry Hagan in 18th, Trey White in 19th, and Matthew Opel rounds out the top 20 and 20th. Zachary Doretto in 21st, Mark Davis in 22nd, Stephen Thompson 23rd, Bobby Frazier 24th, Ben Crouch 25th, Tyler Fink 26th, Christian Vargas 27th, and Noah Clifton 28th. Adam Garcia 29th, and Jose Mills in 30th rounds out 30 cars that finished the race on the lead lap. No drives were a lap down. Then 10 cars DNF'd in this race. Travis Crampton, Nathan Stapleton, and Diego Yepes all blew up, and then Christian Russell, William Blott, Roger Ray, Andrew Miller, Hector Smith, Archie Bishop, and Madison Tall all DNF. Travis Scrampton, Diego Yepes, Christian Russell, William Blott, Roger Ray, and R.J. Bishop. Like, I think that's 6 chases that ended up having problems in DNFing and did not finish this race. So this race changed the whole complexity of the playoffs. A lot of drivers that we thought would have a good shot at winning the championship, like Travis Scrampton, Christian Russell, William Blott, Roger Ray, they were all caught up in crashes or blew up today. And then for drivers like Ryan Kendall, who he's been consistent, but he hasn't been one of the favorites for a while. Nathan Van, he hasn't really been that strong. He's been consistent, but not really showing that much speed. James Elton, he's been consistent, but he's not showing that much speed. Josh South, we've not seen him really all year long. Besides Daytona 500, he got 16. But Matthew Olson's got a bad one, and so did Ben Crouch. They were not caught up in any clashes, but they were just mid-pat. They didn't have good colors. But Zachary Cadillo, after being involved in the first crash, coming on 21st, that's a pretty good one. That number 17. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching here for the Discord forum here at the Brickyard. Congratulations to Ryan Kendall on getting his first real win here in the Red Bull Cup Series at the Brickyard, and for locking himself into the round of 12. Next time out, it will be the Menards 400 from Michigan International Speedway. It's going to be a wild one. I love that track, and it's going to be another good one. And if this race was any indication, we are in for a show throughout the entire playoff. Until Michigan, I am Nathan Stapleton, aka NSRacing42. Congratulations to Ryan Kendall on getting the win, the points, the playoff standings, the Rookie of the Year points, and the burnouts are coming up next. Until Michigan, I will see you guys later. Bye!
I'm better off alone. I'm gonna take control. I feel it in my soul, and you already know I'm really on a roll. I'm gonna reach my goal. You can't tell me no.